what it is. You have to live with this. And what is this? Well, we are going to have less water and higher temperatures and adverse factors. And also we have another path, that is global warming mitigation. For that, what is that? We must address the need of significantly reduce the emissions. What did then the IPCC conclude in the last meeting in 2018? That limiting global warming to 1.5 Celsius will require a rapid, far-reaching, and unprecedented changes on all aspects of society to reach net zero emission by 2015. So in summary, we need more production, we need more food, we need more protein, we need more high quality food, but we also need to reduce and dramatically reduce in emissions. And there's the problem. How do we do it? Well, the implementation of biotechnology is possible, is maybe, I think, a great tool here. It's something that we need. Many approach of biotechnology tends to achieve a better relationship between animal production and the climate scenario. Conflict that cannot be resolved in any other way can be resolved or can find a solution by using a biotechnology. So this is probably our goal, to achieve sustainability by increase the efficiency in production, the resource efficiency in production. But again, now we know that we need to use biotechnology to achieve our goal, but how do we do it? Do we have what it takes? Well, let me show you some of the Argentine milestones in animal biotechnology. Well, in August of 2002, Pampa was born. Pampa was the first cloned animal in Latin America. Pampa was a shown achievement from many public funds, public institutions, and also a private company. In the same years, cloned from Pampa Mansa was born. She was another milestone in Argentina biotechnology. She was the first transgenic animals in Latin America. A human hen was added to Pampa Mansa DNA for the synthesis of somatotropin, also known as human growth hormone. So Pampa Mansa can secrete in her milk somatotropin. The result was pretty good. So the scientific calculated that with 15 animals like Pampa Mansa could cover the global demand of human growth hormone. That's a lot of good information. Also, given the good productivity of somatotropin on Pampa Mansa milk, a pharmaceutical farm was started by Biotechnologies, a private company. This is a work from Salomon Group. And you can see here in the picture, these are cloned from Pampa Mansa, all producing somatotropin. Also, in December of 2004, the first bull, Pampero, was born. This bull was cloned from, obviously, the cell from Pampa Mansa, and this bull carried the human growth hormone gene in her cell. So he can perpetuate the mutation in all the lineages by the classical fertilization way. Later, in 2011, Rosita Isa was the new achievement for Argentina scientists. This was the first bitransgenic bovine in the world. 2 human genes were modified in Rosita Isa, was for lactoferrin and lysozyme production, were introduced into Rosita Isa's genome to produce what scientists call the human-like milk. Later on, the same group of scientists created another milestone in Argentina, which is the gene-edited cow which with the beta globulin gene knocked out. In this way, they achieve an animal that produced milk considered hypoallergenic to humans. And the novelty of this technique is that was the first animal obtained by genetically editing and not transgenic cow. Also, I'm gonna go a little faster in these presentations, in these slides. We are in the initial stage of gene editing in pig in some of the genes. Also, we have some experience in sheep, in cloning and gene editing, and in transgenics and genome modifying. This is a new facilities making in the south of Argentina, Bariloche, for work with reproduction in sheep. Another big step is the group of Dr. Salamone with transgenic pig. These pig are producer for obtain of organ for xenotransplantation. These are very important things. And also, finally, and very important, we have the presence of some private industry, private companies that work with commercial cloning and gene editing in horses. I believe that with everything I said, it was clear that Argentina have a tremendous potential of work with these technologies. And I think that it's important here to emphasize that all that work, or majority of this work, was made with public funds. And we all know the limitation of public funds. On the other hand, the speed of development requires speed and regulation. As has been said, sometimes development can too fast for regulation, and regulation can after that. In this regard, great progress has been made in Argentina regulatory framework. The Argentine regulatory system for modern biotechnology applied to agriculture is recognized worldwide for being among the most experienced one. And this paper is one of the proof of it. In 2015, Argentina started with a pioneer regulation for products of the so-called new breeding technique, including gene or genome editing. And become like that, the first country that enacted regulatory criteria to assess if organisms resulting from new breeding technique are or not genetically modified organisms, something that Florencia will talk tomorrow. This is the work. So the advantage that regulatory framework gives are many, many, many. And I can mention some, like reduce uncertainty in development and in users. That is good. That's because increase the ability of information, more information about technical procedure, more people happy. Facilitate then also decision process and diffusion of innovation. So the combination of these things of supply of these effects on supply and also on demand makes regulations a key issues in any country's strategy for economic development. Moreover, it can be proposed that a reasonable regulation for gene editing will have an immediate and direct effect on the agricultural innovation system, particularly if it allows improving the predictability of regulatory costs for innovation products. Also, the investment of time and money required in order to meet regulatory requirements may be more attainable compared with option of development at the same time using GMO technology. And that for researchers is really important because we sometimes lose a lot of time, and more than that, nothing is that we don't know how to do it. So clarify that kind of thing is pretty important for us. So finally, it's worth mentioning and emphasize that we need an harmonious development of biotechnologies and the regulatory frameworks, coordinating between scientific advance, society opinion, and greater private interaction. At this point, I personally believe, I would like to say that I personally believe that there cannot be a regulatory framework that does not encompass the perspective and the opinion of society. And that that it must be considered from the beginning. I mean, to involve the society, the opinion of the society, from the very beginning of the device of the new development. I mean, to make the society feel involved in what we are going to do. So this is all. And thank you very much for this presentation.